Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are doing peachy. So I don't even know where to start with your reading because it's fascinating, it's beautiful, it's amazing. And if you've seen readings of mine before, I'm not somebody who sugarcoats things. I'm not somebody who makes a reading out to be better than it is. This is amazing. So you have God coming through in your reading. So source, the universe, God, whatever you call it. And you have Archangel Michael here. And you've got the protection guardian, and you have Father Sky, which is basically Archangel Michael and God. And this reading is for someone who is wanting to create something, who has a vision, who has figured out, like, you know what your purpose is. You know what you are here to do. I'm getting chills as I say this. You know what your purpose is. You know what you're here to do. You know that you were born to shine, that you were born to do something. You were born to stand out. You were born to do something different. It might be not something that's never been done, but you are meant to do it in a way. 122, when I just looked up, you are meant to do it in a way that nobody's ever done it before. Do it in a way that is authentically you. And God, the universe, source, Archangel Michael, the warrior angel, is here to protect you, here to guide you, here to back you, and take your effort and push you so much further ahead than you could ever imagine. It's insane. So you've got the protection guardian, drop your shields, and you've got Father Sky, trust in the unknown. You can't know when you take effort towards something. If you have a vision and a dream, you can't know, if I take this effort, you can't know what the outcome of that effort will be, or how fast things are going to move, or if it's going to work out, right? Like, we have to have faith. There's this energy of opening up, not being afraid, right? Like, you are protected. You are divinely protected because you are moving in the right direction. You are moving towards your purpose. And it's like God, the universe, wants to make miracles happen for you, but you have to take the steps that you're being guided to take. And like, it's time to drop any shields of resistance, shame, or fear. Like, you are perfect for whatever this is. This is your purpose. This is what you are here to do. And you've figured it out, whoever you are here coming to this reading. And I feel like maybe in the past you thought you knew, and you went towards certain things, and it's like maybe throughout your life you've built up some shame or resistance or fear because of that. And God is like, no, it is not a time to let that stop you now, because you're ready. Maybe you still have the exact same dream. You still know, like, you have the same purpose. But maybe for some reason you weren't ready. Maybe the world was not ready for you. This eclipse energy is so powerful. I have chills in your reading. I don't know if you can see that, but you should, because my arms are hairy. But they're also blonde, so I don't know. This energy, though, is so huge. And I've been getting it in some of the readings. Like, some signs are not going to recognize their life. They're not going to recognize the person that they are right now in a very short span of time. They're going to look back and they're not really going to recognize that person, because their life, their being is going to be so much different. Now I'm getting chills all the way down my legs. Whew. Okay. So we also have share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Whether this is in this lifetime or in past lifetimes, Pisces, and you are an old soul. Most Pisces, I've heard Pisces say before, I don't think that I'm an old soul, but I think most of us are, most of us at least, that I've met. Those experiences, they're imprinted on your soul, not just, we're living this life right now and we go through things, right? And because Earth is a school, so we're constantly having experiences, good and bad, and we can't, like, you're not allowed to carry those bad experiences forward. It's time to do that shadow work. You know, it's time to heal and let go of those things. And I think most of you, if you're in this reading, you've done the work and you're ready to step out. And there's no fear, there is no shame, it feels good. But there is like this little bit of resistance that's showing up in your reading. And God is just like, please do not let this stop you, because you are right on the brink. You are right on the precipice of this huge, huge transformation in your life, because you're stepping into your soul's purpose, which is going to bring you so much joy. It's going to bring you so much happiness. And it's also going to help the earth, right? And then you've got trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? This is like that leap of faith, right? Like the fool energy. Like if you knew, and you've got it all over your reading, that source, God, the universe is like, you jump and we will carry you so far. It's like your efforts are... It's not going to take a whole lot of your physical effort, whatever this is. Source is going to carry you most of the way, but you have to trust, and that's a part of manifestation, right? And a lot of people forget that, you know. We think, well, we envision it, you know, I dream it and I meditate on it, so I should see it, right? Even if you wanted to win the lottery, you have to buy a lottery ticket, right? Like that's nobody's purpose, is to win the lottery and then just coast. But there are people who do it, and that's amazing. But this is someone who has a real purpose, and it's like this deep strength within you, because I feel like you have been through a lot. And I feel like you have tried different things and things haven't worked out. You've got the Middle Earth here and the Rattle. And this Middle Earth card is like basically saying the conditions right now are perfect for you to take action. Like this is not time to hesitate. This is like a card of Earth and your physical efforts. And it's like something that would usually be difficult. It's like the conditions are exactly right right now to take action. And I know we're in a Mercury retrograde. It doesn't matter. If God is saying something, we're going to listen, right? Maybe that's where the hesitation is coming in too, where the need to have faith and the need to trust is coming in. But then this Rattle as well is like being courageous, and it's about conscious co-creation with spirit. It's like I'm taking the action, Pisces is taking the action here on Earth, in the physical, in the middle world, and spirit, like you have the tools of spirit right now. Like things are going to be 9:19 when I just looked up. Things are going to go so smoothly. You've got the second chakra here, the sixth chakra, so Archangel Ariel, Archangel Metatron, and we have the Sun. So, the second chakra is your sacral. So that talks about physical and emotional intimacy, our creative center. It's like where it's where all of our creativity is. And then the seventh chakra. I'm sorry. This is the 6th chakra, which is your third eye, which is your personal vision. Like you have a personal vision to create something. And the sun here in this deck is a little bit different from the sun in the tarot, and it talks about creative new beginnings and blessed new beginnings. And on this card, it also, like looking at it, it reminds me of the Ace of Cups, right? And you've even got a fish here. It's kind of like the Page of Cups almost, which is like your inner child is ready to jump into something, to create something. It's like you've got clarity, you have peace of mind in regards to this personal vision that you have for your life. And this is like the perfect moment to take action on it. I don't know if you're aware. I feel like some of you know. You're like, there's this push, like do it now, do it now. And then there's like this nervousness that kind of holds you back. So we've got strength, and we have wide open. So strength also talks about, like, it's not just about your personal power, your personal strength. You are co-creating with spirit. 1122 when I just looked up. Wow. So like real strength comes from combining your effort with, like I said, like these spiritual tools and co-creating with spirit. That's what real strength is. And having faith, trusting when I take action, like spirit is also helping me. Like it's not, the world is not on my shoulders, right? Like I don't have to do all the work. And then you've got wide open here, which talks about being, you know, like being open to the opportunities that are going to be coming to you, being open to the opportunity to take action, and not playing small, like opening up to the universe. Do not play small. You were born to shine, Pisces. You were born to shine your light. You were born to do whatever this is. And I do feel like 44 here, you've got a lot of 4s in your reading. We also have that 6th chakra was a 40, which breaks down to a 4. But 4 and 0 is 4 being stability and 0 being spirit. So it's like there is some kind of, something is stabilizing. You even have grounding here. I feel like something is being grounded in reality. Something is being rooted. Because I was getting roots as well. So you've got this grounding, like I was talking about. It says go deep, explore your roots. Whenever I think of grounding, spirit always reminds me, my guides always remind me of like how nature does not compare itself to one another. Like if you had 2 apple, and this has been coming through so strongly recently, like if you had 2 apple trees that were growing relatively close to one another, like they could see each other basically if trees had eyes. And one of them grew taller than the other. One of them grew more apples than the other. And the other one, you know, was smaller and not as many apples. The smaller tree would not be jealous of the bigger apple tree right next to it. It would not compare itself like, oh, we were planted at the exact same time. I should be, you know, the same size as that apple tree. It doesn't care. It knows that it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. It's providing apples. It's, you know, it's rooted in the ground. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to. Do not compare yourself to other people, Pisces, because you're not supposed to look like anybody else. You're not supposed to sound like anybody else. You are not a parrot. You are not here to just spout out everything that you've ever heard to other people. Like, you're meant to have your own ideas. You're meant to have your own, you're meant to make your own mark, right? And then this voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you, and wondrous universe, walk in beauty. There is, it's just like, I feel like God is backing you because you are bringing beauty, you are bringing love into the world with whatever this creation is for you. It's pure. Like, you are coming from a good place, and you are going to affect people in a beautiful way. You are bringing beauty to the earth. You're bringing beauty into people's lives with whatever this is. And even if it's just for you, right? Because we have to start with ourselves first. Like, if you want to see, you know, happier people out in the world, we all have to start with ourselves and find happiness within ourselves. Everybody has to do that, because nobody else is going to make you happy, right? So it's just like, but what I'm getting at is, like, whatever this is, it's like you're sharing your beauty with the world, you're sharing your love, and that then creates more of it. It's almost like, I was watching I can't remember his name. He does YouTube videos, and he had James Van Praagh on recently, and he was talking about, you know, when you go out somewhere, and say you're just going out to get a coffee or something, say you're going to Starbucks, and you pull up to the window to get your coffee, and you say, oh my god, I love your hair, it looks amazing. Like, most people would smile and be like, oh my gosh, that person made me feel so good. Like, it would uplift them, and then maybe they would pass that on. Maybe they would think, oh, you know what, I bet, you know, other people would love to get a compliment. That made me feel so good. So it's almost like it's this this effect, this domino effect that happens in a good way. I don't think domino effect is the right term, but you get what I'm saying. It's almost like, even if you've gone through Starbucks before, I've had this happen multiple times. I'm a very lucky girl, but I always pass it on as well. But I don't go to Starbucks nearly as much as I used to, because I work from home. But you know, you'll go through the drive-thru and they'll tell you the person in front of you paid for your drink. And it's like, that was so sweet. Like, I want to pay for the person behind me. And as long as their order is not, you know, like $50 or something, and you were only going to spend $4, it's a really great thing to just keep it going, keep it flowing. I feel like whatever this energy is, like whatever you're creating, it puts you in a really good energy, and then it just keeps going. And God, the universe, spirit, they love it. It's just this really beautiful effect that happens. So, wow, your reading is the longest that I've done this week. I love your energy right now, though. You and Sagittarius really got me. Theirs was more of a fiery, like, I got fired up and very energetic. Yours is so peaceful. And when I was meditating before I did your reading, I had this feeling of being rocked in a boat. But it felt like Spirit is taking you on this grand journey, but there's this peace, like you're being rocked almost like a baby as well, which was really nice. It was interesting. All right, so we're gonna pull some divine feather wisdom for you guys, for Pisces, in regards to this spread. Okay, interesting. Very similar coloring on the feathers, and if I can get the light off there we go. Black and white. I feel like your life is gonna be like black and white. Like, it's gonna be a stark contrast from where you've been. We've got magpie here. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Like I said, I feel like you're going to be going through a major transformation in your life. I feel like it's very important for you to prioritize whatever this is. And I know some of you are going to say, well, I have a regular job and I have, you know, all these other things going on in my life. I have kids, I have whatever. Spirit is saying, though, there are things that you can prioritize this over. Like, there are things that can be put on the back burner. And what is important to you, right? Like maybe I pulled this card for which I am a Pisces, but I pulled this magpie card for myself. I do a daily reading for myself. And it was funny because I was so ready to get to work and do some readings. And my cat, she hopped up in my lap, and she's like 13 or 14 now, so she's not as playful or kitten-like as she used to be, but she's still super sweet. She's probably nicer than she ever was, but she doesn't do this very often anymore. And she hopped up in my lap, and she rolled over onto her back so that like all of her legs were just sprawled out, like, rub my belly, mommy. Like, she wanted me to scratch her belly. And then we were playing with one of her toys, and I was about to and it made me think of this card that I had pulled, and I was like, even work, like, of course, like, Hazel, my kitty cat, she comes before work. Like, she is important to me, and she's, more than middle-aged now, and I want to appreciate every single moment that I have with her, and I want to love on her whenever she wants it, because if you know cats, then you can't just give them love when you want to all the time. You have to kind of let them come to you. So that could be a message right there as well. But we've got the white swan. It says the power of divine grace is within you. It's interesting because you've got the strength card here. And when I think of strength, I also think of grace. And that grace, if you think about grace, it's like, you don't have to be perfect, Pisces. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't micromanage anything. Drop your shields. You are protected. You have divine grace right now. You have divine grace always. And we have the nuthatch. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Yes, and nuthatches are all about beautiful new beginnings. I forget, it's this, oh gosh, the Sacred Traveler deck. There's a card about unknown territory, stepping into unknown territory, and it has a nuthatch on that card. And yeah, so stay grounded, and you have a grounded card here as well. There's new knowledge and perspective coming to you. All right, that is what I have for you, Pisces. I am sending you guys lots of love. I'm wishing you all the best. Until next time, bye.